My name is Claire3. We're at my house at 914 3rd Street Northeast in Washington, D.C. I bought the house in October of 2013, so it's been a little over 4 years since I moved into this house. I decided to move to 3rd Street Northeast partly because I used to live near here, a few blocks away. I had been looking for a house to buy for several years, so I started looking here because it was a neighborhood that I was familiar and comfortable with. This area has certainly gentrified a lot. I lived on East Street Northeast a few blocks away starting in 2006, and even since then there's been a lot of transformation. On a really practical level, the greatest transformation is suddenly we have grocery stores, because there wasn't really a full-size supermarket in easy walking distance. And now we have sort of a superfluous amount of grocery stores. People's perception of Noma is very much that it's big buildings and it's high-rise office, high-rise apartment. And so they're often very surprised when they come to my house because they know the address is Noma, and it's like, oh, there's this little neighborhood here with little tiny houses and people who know each other, and that seems to surprise people. The neighborhood here is definitely less diverse than it was when I lived here before in 2006. Most of my neighbors are white, and even the black neighbors are mostly people who've moved here more recently. There's only a few houses that I know in the immediate block around me that are still occupied by the same families that have occupied them for decades. And there isn't always a whole lot of social mixing between those people who've lived here for a really long time and the newer neighbors, and I regret that. I think that we lose something. But at this point, the gentrification process on this end of H Street is pretty thorough. And I'm obviously a part of that. I didn't move here because of that, but I moved here because of the same forces that caused that. It's not a good process, but it's a hard one to stop.